and I've got one in the clod right there. Here's what I like about hunting these old sites in Kentucky. Isn't that pretty? And that is an old button too. That is a handmade flint marble. Oh, and it's a tombac. Wow, you just never know what you're gonna find in the dirt. Mike's got what he says is a button. Where's it at? Oh, I see it. It's right there. I can't see the screen. I'll pluck it out here. That's a nice button there. Big old stand-up shank. I thought that was tombac when I first seen it, but it's not. But it is a button.
Good one, ain't it?
It's a nice one. That's what I like about this set. This one here was a very, very weak signal. You can see it's just a real small garter belt clip. But it's up here where all these flat buttons have been found, so I think it's got some age on it. I've already got this one out of that hole right there and cleaned up. I thought I had an equal button there for a minute, but it's not. It's a civilian ball button, very small. It's got some kind of decoration on there. It looked like an eagle to me at first, but it's not. But it is a good find. Little ball button there. Here's why you dig the iron. That clip came out, but nice flat button there too. That's thin, ain't it? And a piece of a pottery shard too. I like them. But that's why you dig the iron, ain't it, Mikey?
It is. It had a good signal and it had iron signals, so I dug them both. You taught me that.
Out of that hole right there, and I've already brushed it off right here. I knew what it was when I found it, because I've already found one of these earlier in the year. Dr. Bell's pine tar honey. Right at the bottom here it will say cures cough. In a previous video, in fact I think it's titled Dr. Bell's pine tar honey, my video is. I've got the research on this if you want to go back and look at it. But that's two of those this year that I found, or found one last year and found one this year. Good find. Mikey's cleaning up on buttons today.
I think we're going to have to hunt this down in here pretty good.
Yeah, we don't have hunted this right now.
No, we ain't.
There it is. I see it now. Another flat button with the shank gone. It might have a back mark. I don't know.
I wiped it off a little bit.
You know, that looks like it's been in a fire, doesn't it? Maybe. It's a little black.
It could be.
That's 3 for you today.
Yeah.
My batteries were down on my AT Pro. So I went and got my CTX, and I've got my 17-inch coil on because we were hunting a Civil War site yesterday. And this near rang up 40-41. 12-40-41, and I've got one in the clod right there. Break him out. It's a nice flat button. Got a little bit of thickness to it there. I thought for sure that this was going to be a piece of money. You can see the imprint. I like those imprints like that. Out of that hole right there, I've still got it in the clod. It's not a button. I'm not for sure what it is. I'll break it out here. It's a piece of oil lamp. What it is. Pretty sure. Top to an oil lamp. Right there. It's the first one of those I found up here. This one here didn't sound all that good. It's out of that hole right there. And it's still in the clod here. But I'm pretty sure it's flat button. Yeah, it's flat button. And it's not going to have a shank. Rang up funny, I guess because it's so thin. I need one more catch Mac. Not too deep there. And I've got a another harmonica reed. I want to do a shout out today to SDESIC. You see his channel there on your screen. He is a water hunter, so if you get tired of all this dirt digging in Kentucky, go check out SDESIC. I'll leave a link in the description below. Be sure and like, subscribe, and share, and tell him that Seven sent you. Mike says he's got something that's either a penny or a button, and he thinks it's a penny. If it is, it's probably going to be an Indian, I would guess.
I'm gonna let you do the
honors.
Do the honors. I'll be happy either way.
It's money. I'm pretty sure. Let us get this cleaned up and get back to you.
Ain't nothing else in there, Lloyd. The hole's empty.
There wasn't no spill. That's about the best that we're going to get it right there. It's an Indian, you can tell, but you can't get any real detail off of it. But it's not a fatty, so it's a later model, but I don't know how late. Oh, that hole right there, I've got a flat button that's been, you can see where the shank was right there, but it's been folded over, probably a victim of the plow. But that does give me 3 flat buttons up here today. So bent or not, I'll take it. Nothing great here. Probably though about 7 inches deep. I've got a 2-hole sewing button here. It looks like it's got a little bit of maybe a design on the front. I don't know. I got a buckle from a piece of horse tack, I'm sure. But that's another relic from this old site. Here's what I like about hunting these old sites in Kentucky. I hadn't touched this one. Surface find. But it is a arrowhead. And it's in pretty nice shape, I'll just tell you. A little cracked right here maybe. That's a great find. Why don't you check this button out right here. It's pewter. The shank is broke off. But look at there. Isn't that pretty? And that is an old button too. I like those old pewter buttons. Well, out of that hole right there you can see I've got another spoon. Complete. Should be marked back here. I'm gonna guess that that is a William Rogers. I'm just taking a wild guess. It's kind of flattened out up here at the top, but I like finding those spoons. Pretty deep hole here, probably 10 inches. I've got one in the clod, not quite that deep, but it's pretty deep. Let's break it out and see what we got here. It's a flat button. Oh, and it's a tombac with a shank. Oh man, that's a nice button. You know, last time I was in this area right here, I found a tombac. Number 299 came just a little ways from here. Man, I love these tombac buttons. Well, we hunted the old Colonial side, and then we just been walking the field back to the truck. I got 2 signals. One of them was a 22 casing, and then that one there is a big old spoon. It may have a mark in the back, kind of idea it. And then Mike got a real nice dome button. I found one, I don't know where I found it at, that is similar to that. I don't know if it's the same or not, but it's still got a shank. That's a good button there. I like that one. I've got a signal right here, but as I bent down to go dig it, part of an arrowhead, it's broke. The tip is broke off of it, but that's still a good find. Well, I finally got another fork. It's seen better days. I don't know if it's going to have any markings in it or not, but I'll take that to go with my spoons. I don't find these too often, and when I do, it has to be a surface find. Check that out right there. Isn't that beautiful? That's not a clay marble. That is a handmade flint marble, which a lot of people back in the day here in Kentucky made those. Used to play marbles around this old house. That's a great find. This piece is broke, but it looks like some kind of bracelet or something. It has some kind of a, I can't tell what's on that. I don't know what this is. I'm going to get it cleaned up when I get home. That's an interesting find. Wow, what an interesting piece. This is a link out of a souvenir bracelet that was made in 1930, 1940s, commemorating numerous landmarks in Paris, France. Now, there's no way to know, but I would say that this was a bracelet that was probably brought home by a soldier from World War II. But again, you don't know. The picture on this little link of the bracelet is the Arc de Triomphe. It is a famous monument in Paris, and it was commissioned by Napoleon in 1806, but the monument wasn't completed until like 1836. This monument honors those who fought for France in the French Revolution and the Napoleonic Wars, and it has the names of all of the French victories and all of the generals inscribed on its inner and outer surfaces. And beneath its vault there is a tomb of an unknown soldier from World War I. Wow, you just never know what you're going to find in the dirt.